The fragrance of white lilies drawing me deep while I wait and we won't accept that you're gone. No meaning in moving on. Let me rest here beyond this pain. Sweet refuge, may I remain locked in time with you. Flame of desire, of lilies and ice and fire, come to me, fill me, kisses, joy, entice me, beautiful still.
What do you know? All I know is that the victim receives a 40 of their own curse before they die. Everyone knows that. My dog knows that. It's your calling card. Yeah, the quest for failed. Tell me more. I don't know where else to tell you. Lame. Okay. By the way, I saw the photo. What photo? Automata photo on his phone? Calling card? How did Kajura see it? Sure, he deals with dead bodies, but surely partial possessions are removed from the deceased before they... I need to play it cool here and not invite any more suspicion of myself. Are you talking about the photo the corpse court supposedly sends to victims? Yes. Finding was definitely the guy, but Foley didn't match the cause of death. Was definitely the guy, but the photo didn't match the cause of death. Foley didn't match the cause of death. I remember crafting Itchy's photo course. It wasn't all that long ago. I used a base image of the course with the similar legs hanging over a power line. It was a memorable image after all. It made the fisherman's side, but it's not something that could be easily replicated by suicide or by murder for that matter. So I never really expected Itchy to wind up looking like the photo. From where I read an image, he died in a traffic accident. He must have been driving or was a pedestrian. Either way, it was likely a collision with Rico. For starters, Cadero still has both legs. No legs in the photo. Did you know that? No, I didn't know. I haven't seen the photo you're talking about. You haven't? Interesting. So Costco doesn't share with the requester. Hang on. Okay. So only the victim sees the photo. No. But Costco shares a photo in the chat. Sure enough, it's a snapshot of the Costco photo I produced for Itchy and Another. Must have copied it from the victim's phone. A photo from Costco. Compared to this. Another photo is shared in the chat. This one I haven't seen before. Itchy and Another's true corpse spawned forward in the driver's seat of a wet car. Seeing the junior corpse photo doesn't come as much of a surprise to me. After all, I've spent countless hours scrolling through the database of deceased. I've seen more than a fair share of destroyed lives. There's not much blood in this photo. It's kind of lame compared to the gorgeous rendition of a step that I lovingly crafted. It's not entirely evident that what led to Itchy's car collision. The very well could have been a genuine accident. My own ego have to at least pretend that Costco had a hand in it. Thoughts? And the world death doesn't match question for at all. Why do you think that is? I feel pretty clever and maneuver by putting the question on control. I want to lessen the suspicion of my true involvement as much as possible. You're asking me? Some theories. Pushko photo is a scare tactic, not more, but don't know where the photo comes from. She convinces the victim to kill himself. What the heck? How could his very first day be wild and money? Just who is this guy? Is he stalking me or something? Does he actually know the truth? Secondary. Pushko comes after victims, but a genuine accident happened first. Yet she had not died before she got to him. The secondary is off the mark, but I can see why they came to that conclusion regardless. This is a theory I want him to believe. I think the secondary is most likely. Why would someone kill themselves from seeing the photo? Now my own methods like this leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Not that simple. Photo is pushed on, timestamp, age, urgency, realism. Would be effective, especially if someone anxious or gullible. Well, of course, although causing death in this minute was never my intention when I first started Close Side, there's a possibility that did occur to me when Corey Hardin died. Wait a minute, how did you even get these two photos? Now she asks. Placed on scene like the shell, more morbid the battle. That guy with course photo on his phone fits the bill. They sent me both photos. We played spot the difference. Disgusting, I never knew the place could be so disrespectful to death. Well, I can't really talk at the very least. I'm not in that line of work. Anyway, coffee? Huh? Get coffee me? I don't believe it. This guy wants to meet up and grab coffee. Has this conversation really given him that feeling that I'm interested in him? Does he think we'll bond over discussion of their bodies? I'm about to tell him no, but some part of me hesitates and hush my fingers. Culture has connections to more to police. It's not inconceivable that he might be useful to in the future. At this stage, I'm about 80% sure he doesn't know my true identity. It might be safe to meet up with him. On the other hand, I get the impression that even if I knew he knew who I really am, he would only be impressed. It's a gamble. It could be beneficial. It could lead to me being called out. So I might even get arrested for my involvement in this. So is what I'm doing really illegal? I'm not sure, but I don't think a jury would take my side. That's why I have to err on the side of caution at all times. Sure. Okay, let's meet. I type the words hit send before I have any more second thoughts. Might be a fatal mistake, but if I'm clever enough, I can wrap him around my finger, utilize his connections. Oh, that's just you memo. Bye. Creature status immediately just offline. I watch my phone on the couch and look back at the laptop screen in front of me. The smiling, beautiful face of two identical women stare back at me. That's right, I was about to start working on this most interesting quest. I still have plenty of time if I need to get sleep, but this star of mine is set about my task and high spirits. Oh, Thursday afternoon. But honestly, I'm really genuinely interested in this. It's actually quite fun and interesting. Keeps me in my heels. The music's good. I like the voice acting. There was a good bit of text, but you know, voice acting makes up for it. And I could have cracked my theories. I don't know when it will ends because Corpse Girl can just keep doing this over and over again, unless she gets caught. But obviously, there's more dependence. And I think I'm about halfway through the CGs, I think. So if I use that as a baseline, and if there's some missable CGs, that might be 2/3 through the way through the game, but I'm not sure yet. So, but it's good to craft and see what will happen. I do believe a control will help Corpse Girl because of that one thing when we see that one girl. I don't remember her name because it was pretty much like the first hour of the game, but seeing pretty much the body, it's possible that he's able to recreate bodies and able to send them out quick enough, be able to work on the whole body and everything, and maybe has joy into doing it, whereas Noriko has joy in creating a photo like that. They'll both seem like they'll have similar interest in the same line of work. So when I first saw The misleading forest, I thought it would be a suspicious surprise, an open ill hideaway that I could use to get some fresh air and improve my health. I wanted to set up a tiny garden and grow some plants. Nothing that would require a lot of work, but something that could occupy my spare time. In reality, the balconies of the person amalgamation of steel and concrete that saps away in desire to stand upon it. It was in the eternal shadow of the shrouded brilliance and managed to catch the sun's rays for about 4 minutes of every day. It's an understatement to say I was disappointed when I ventured out upon it for the first time. I suppose if nothing else is a good vantage point for looking out over the city, but that's only a partial thing I have to say about it. As I stand here with my back against the wheel and calmly sipping a local mug of tea, I breathe a heavy sigh. I should be at the office. I should be tapping away my keyboard, getting through the backlog of work that has accumulated this week. Instead, I'm here at home, tired and streaming, but thin as it seems. I called in sick this morning. I don't know if my supervisor bought the lie, but he did tell me to stay home and feel better, so that's what I've been trying to do. It's my own fault I feel this way. It's my own fault that I stayed up until 4 AM again. I know that lack of sleep exacerbates my condition. I know that skipping meals and refusing to take medication makes me feel this way. I know that I do this to myself. I know. But this is me. This is what I do to myself as I try to take on each day. This is the way I stretch myself thin, for no reason other than because some days I don't want to be better. I just want to be. I want to stay up late and work on critical requests. My body need for sleep doesn't come before my ambitions. I want to eat only when necessary because when I'm slammed, I look beautiful. I want to be beautiful, just let go. I want to skip my medication because taking the same pills every day is a hassle and expensive, and I question whether I really need them anymore. If I could just stay at home like this, I don't need the medication. I came out to the balcony and that counts as being outside. So why do I need to take the pills? It's true that when I skip a few days, I end up like this. I try to convince myself that I'm fine and I'm fixed, like I'm some broken dean that I've been magically repairing. But I end up staying inside all day with the curtains shut and my eyes locked on the screen. I know that when I stay on top of my medication, I can go to work in the park and the library without a second thoughts. I can get on the train and not worry about strangers breathing on me or touching me. I can go to the convenience store and leisurely look around. I even went to that restaurant last week and read a book about eating dinner, and no one even tried to cut me or abduct me. And no one tried to strangle themselves in front of me. Can I really only go out and do things because there's some tiny pills that doctors say I need? Or can I do those things because I'm actually better now? Maybe I was never unreal in the first place, not rational, but cautious, careful concern. I realize that my mug is empty when I bring it to my lips and taste none but the slightly waxy, unpleasant sensation of a smug lipstick. Well, I've been outside for I've been outside for long enough anyway. I'll go inside since it's getting late. Plus, I have the feeling that someone on the street below this has been watching me and is waiting to climb up into my balcony. It's my apartment. Set the mug aside and retreat into my bedroom. My phone is where I like to sit face up and beg for my undivided attention. I snatch it up, unlock the screen. I'm greeted by the last webpage I left open as my custom-made news alert for obituaries. But tomorrow morning, I'll be anxiously awaiting news of my latest victim's fate. I time-set the photo with tomorrow's date, June 5th, 9:01 AM. Though like a trend, I already received the photo. I sent it out earlier today. After sending the photo, I always had to put the phone out in the unused shed behind my apartment bedroom. Getting the phone into the shed this morning was rather difficult. I had to cover up my face and hands with some old clothes and waited until nobody was in sight before I dashed as fast as I could. It took me a good 10 minutes to collect myself inside the shed before I could rush back to my apartment and lock the door behind me. I don't think anyone tried to follow me. However, I know that I'm going to need to retrieve the phone again tomorrow and dispose of it. I'll check for a reply from the victim, of course. Not that they ever replied. Did I destroy the SIM and discard the phone like I always do? Might be difficult to get out there to the shed again. On top of that, I really should go to the office. Oh, and there's one more thing I'm supposed to do tomorrow. Could you wait to me for coffee? I'm not so deluded to think that I could pull off all those escapees tomorrow in my current state. I always found myself to reaching for the bottom medication on my dresser. Maybe another week of taking these pills won't be so bad. Tending to increase my appetite, which is really annoying. It's a constant struggle to try and ignore the hunger that tears at my stomach. It doesn't help that they wreak havoc on my libido. I never know what to expect. Sometimes I can look at these photos of Ari on my phone and feel absolutely none. Other times I can simply be scrolling through noise while standing on the train and feeling over my urge to explode. I do my best to dismiss my thoughts and feels as I swallow 2 of the tiny tablets. I follow up with a sip of water from the bottle kept next to my bed and I fight the urge to retch. I took a shower at the first time. After that, I should curl up in bed and read. I need to console my energy for tomorrow, so early night is in order. Maybe tomorrow's day I'll finally be better. Time to get some more water. Cause I drank all that water already.
How were you yesterday?
Did you miss me?
Nah, just glad you haven't bit the dust yet.
That's so sweet.
Tomorrow leans so close to me, actually almost uncomfortably so.
Listen, have you had any trouble with Corpse Girl?
No, I think I'm in the clear.
Well, I guess the time marked on the photo has long passed. Maybe you really are safe.
Yeah. Thanks, though,
Huh? Thanks for what?
for thinking of me.
Ah, shut up.
Tomorrow's face is glowing a bit of embarrassment. Despite differences, our interactions regarding Coach Class helped us bond a little. I'm not counting Tomori and I having a last ever friendship. Even just quiet peace might be expected too much. Even just quiet peace. I think it's in Tomori's nature to want to pick fights with people, regardless of whether she's close to him or not. I won't be surprised if we end up scoring again, so... Or no matter how much we learn to respect each
I'm
other.
at my desk if you need me, but don't bother me, you know?
She waves and leaves a cryptic statement in the air behind her. I return my attention to complete and mark a few tasks on my list as complete. Next, push the water up to my desk and fill my work casino.
You weren't in yesterday?
Nope.
Are you well?
Yep.
Okay. I've been meaning to speak to you about Sato.
Aoi?
Yes, the thing is, I'm kind of in deep water because of her not showing up to work. And then resigning immediately.
Shit. I was supposed to talk to you about that, actually. It kind of slipped my mind.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, Shinya. It's my fault, really. I hassled you to get Aoi a job.
No. I didn't exercise due diligence. I really should have made her come in for an interview. Or I should have spoken to her myself to see if her heart was really in it.
When you put it that way...
I'm not trying to be cautious, but what he said makes sense.
Listen, you couldn't have known it, but Aoi struggles a bit day to day. I'll just say she has some anxiety issues and leave it at that.
Anxiety, huh?
Don't tell anyone I said that. I was under the impression she's been doing a lot better, but maybe I was wrong.
I guess we all have our hidden struggles, right?
Right.
If only he knew. Again, maybe she didn't struggle too. Maybe thinking Tomori is crying for help. Maybe he's going to snap one day and come to our office with a knife. Maybe he'll discover Coach Grim's request cut me in his death and retaliation for his quill. No, so I can't read this guy as well as I initially thought. For the longest time I was trying to express he had a crush on me, so what would I know?
Anyway, I hope Sato feels better soon. Maybe she'll find a job that suits her one day.
Maybe.
Say, seeing as we're friends now and all, would you mind if I ask you a personal question?
That depends on what it is.
It's related to, intercourse?
My face puts up at the word. I don't like the direction this conversation is headed.
Shouldn't this be something you talk to your girlfriend about?
Yes, you're right. But I can't actually speak to her about it. You're really the only other friend I have, so...
Shin's face takes on a dark expression that's far more depressing than what he just said. Very bad for the guy.
Well, what's the question?
Oh, if hypothetically speaking, if someone pressures you into, you know...
Sex?
His face turns red and isn't.
Yes, that. If someone pressures you into it and you really don't want to do it, what should you do?
Say no. Firmly and loudly. No one should make you do things you don't want to do.
Yes. Of course.
I fear that my nature didn't give Shane the comfort he is obviously
Is
seeking.
Tomoe pressuring you into going all the way?
No, of course not. She would never... Never mind. It was foolish of me to bring up this topic. I'm really sorry, Noriko. Please, forgive my lack of professionalism.
Shane bows to me deeply, his face paler to the floor. Quickly turns and scrunches away before I get the chance to say anything else. What's that about? Joy be pushing him? I won't put it past her, but something doesn't feel right. She seems really smitten with him. Did she really push him into like that? Maybe it's guilt from not being able to prevent his career going down the toilet, but I don't feel like I should try and do something simple. How about Shina get on the elevator, and once the doors close, I get up from the desk and scout over to his workstation.
Hey, can I have a minute?
This is weird. Normally I come to bother you.
Yeah, sorry. Have you and Shinya ever gone all the way?
Huh? We've only been together for, what, a week? You think I'm some sort of slut? Hey, don't answer that! Look, not that it's your business, but... No, we haven't. Shinya's sweet. He's old-fashioned, you know. He wants to really get to know me before we go down that road. And I'm happy to wait. The last few guys I dated only ever wanted one thing from me. And that gets old real fast, you know?
Okay, I believe you.
Why are you asking me anyway? Did Shinya say something to you?
No, I was curious, that's all.
You think we're real friendly now, don't ya? Well, I don't mind some girl talk. Come talk to me anytime.
Thank you, I'll do that.
Tomori sprinkles her fingers in a goodbye wave and I return to my desk. If I take Tomori out of her word, which I find myself doing increasingly often, then she's not trying to get Shinya to do anything he's uncomfortable with. So that only can mean one thing, is someone else is pushing Shinya. The guy admitted to me only today that he is only friends are Tomori and myself, so who was he talking about when he brought up the subject? She should have slit her throat, or someone mysterious should have come along and see a photo. It's not like I managed to identify how Kuroshi's power works. I'm no closer to figuring out why her victims die. All I know is that they do die. And yeah, I can't find any matching breaches for today. I've tried searching manually too. I can't always rely on my automatic filters to get it right. I've scouted every source I can find and come up with nothing. It's probably that she hasn't killed Sophia, and it's possible that she's planning to do it. Or maybe someone else is still planning to kill her on Kuroshi's behalf. It's also possible that this time my victim won't die. But personally, that puts me back at square one. My winning streak will be over before it really begins if Kuroshi's has no effect. I'll make a mental note to discard the blend form when I get home. I somehow forget to get rid of it on my way to work, being so absorbed in my strict morning routine. But it's not too late. Nearly 24 hours have passed since I sent out the photo. I'm not straying too far away from my odious upper window.
Yo, you came. Mad.
That familiar haunting voice snaps me out of my thoughts. Kojiro stands before me. Kojiro stands before me, wearing slightly cleaner clothes than the last time we met. It's very possible that he interpreted this me about the day and decided to wear his absolute best outfit. The smell of the morgue is only faint upon him, thanks to the desperate cover-up scent of strong cologne.
Hi.
Can I sit?
Please.
Kojiro pulls up a chair and sits across from me. He's relaxed and awkward all at once. His tall, lanky form doesn't really seem to fit in with the tiny, cozy cafe he's selected as a main point.
Waiting long?
No, not really.
Great. Ordered yet?
No. What do you recommend?
House blend. Fantastic. They roast it here. Also, the chocolate gâteau is amazing. I'll order 2 slices.
Thank you, but I'm not hungry. Coffee is fine.
Roger that.
The waitress eventually comes over and cuts her place I ordered in fluent French. I think the waitress is taken aback as she bows politely and humbly asks him to repeat himself in Japanese. Once her order is set, Kojiro leans forward and looks into my eyes.
You wear glasses?
I subconsciously reach a hand to my face and check if I am indeed wearing glasses. Of course I'm not.
No? Why would you say that?
Kojiro leans back casually and
I
shrugs.
don't remember. Maybe you had them on last time.
Last time, it's before you bring me met at the library.
I've never worn glasses. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Just making conversation. This place is great, right?
It's true that the cafe possesses a quiet, comfortable atmosphere. The smell of freshly roasted coffee lingers in the air, and the display of various cakes at the front counter doesn't make me ill. I can make out the faint sound of acoustic music in the background with vocals in what I presume not to be French. Oh no, it's a nice place. Kojiro chose well.
Oh, is this place expensive? I just don't have much money, that's all.
Don't worry. It's on me. How's work? The bank, right?
I cocked my head to the side. Did I ever tell him what I do for work? I don't recall saying anything on the subject.
I work at the head office for Temujin, not in an actual bank.
That's so. Huh. Read your profile wrong.
I relaxed somewhere as explanation. Of course he would have read my nose profile before me and I were made. That's pretty normal. I don't keep much personal information on there, but it's true that my workplace is listed. Our conversation is put on hold as the waitress returns with 2 cups of coffee and a single slice of chocolate. Gâteau. I'll just say it like that. I don't know if that's how you actually say it. He said it once, so I don't remember how you say it. The cake's delicate and moist. My stomach growls and betrayal my convictions. Gertrude thinks the waitress is French, and she once again bows and begs me to take her leave.
A bite?
He scopes up a section of the cake with his fork and holds it out to me. I wave a hand politely and shake my head.
Oh well.
He takes a bite and looks immensely satisfied with his shoulders.
I'd eat if you wanted. You're skin and bones.
Excuse me?
Just saying, could stand to gain some weight.
Over him. Who would say that to a young woman?
I'll have you know that I eat perfectly well. Think...
Whoa. Sorry. Wasn't trying to be mean. You're gorgeous. Just saying, some cake wouldn't hurt.
I'm gorgeous? Really flushed and I looked down at my phone before
Try the coffee, please.
I reached for the cup in front of me, more due to the pleasant aroma by that George's suggestion I take a sip. It's been served at the perfect drinking temperature and is absolutely delightful, rich, delicate. I could drink this all day. I've probably been wasting my time drinking canned coffee. This is the real deal.
Thoughts?
For the first time since Kojiro arrived, I smiled.
It's wonderful.
Right? I like your smile.
This guy's really laying it on thick. How did I come here to be shrewd still? The praise is kinda nice, even if he's just trying to play me with the oldest lines in the book. I figured I should switch up the subject to encourage him to self-learn.
So, how long have you worked in the morgue?
Wow. Good question. Okay, let's see. 34 now. Started there at 22.
So, 12 years?
Damn. 12 years. Never thought about it. Shit, I'm old.
No, not at all. You're older than I expected, but really, it's no big deal.
How old are you? Can I ask that?
I don't mind. I'm 20.
Phew. Okay. Right.
Is that an issue?
No, course not. You're mature for your age, or I'm out of touch.
You're out of touch.
I can't help but giggle.
Oh, okay.
He laughs a lot, but I wonder if it did it,
Would
no?
you date an older guy?
And there it is, straight to the point. How do I answer a question like that?
Good question. I've got no issue with age, but I don't really know if you're my type. And if I can be honest, there is someone I have feelings for already.
And so, unrequited love, huh?
Something like that.
Props can't compete with that. Well, that's okay. I mean, you're stunning. Out of my league. Thrilled to be friends if nothing else.
Friend sounds nice.
Mad.
Brings his coffee cup in the toast and takes a sip. Maybe I had him wrong. He might be a bit more mature than I gave him credit for. He can take rejection without pressing the point. That speaks a lot about his character.
So, corpse girl. Interesting, right? How does she do it? The photos, the killings, all without knowing the Vic's name.
Yeah.
Wonder what her death count is.
3, 4 if I'm lucky. I try not to say this aloud.
Eiichi Hanada. Car crash. Was it planned? Cut the brake line. Drugged.
I have no idea. Sorry.
But you requested his death.
Yes.
I did lead him to believe that I'll have to continue to go along with
And
it.
for no personal reason?
That's right.
Brutal. Don't request my death, okay?
We'll see.
His face lights up, almost as if he's impressed with the ambiguous answer. Excited even.
Maybe I should try the site. Request a death. Know anyone who deserves it?
Sorry, not off the top of my head.
Neither. Maybe you should request me. I'm dying to know how it goes down.
You know, maybe you shouldn't mess with this stuff. What if you really ended up dead?
I can protect myself. I mainly want a corpse photo. How does she do it? Oh, by the way, you read that book I gave you?
You mean Strange Flower?
Bingo.
I'm halfway through it.
Wow, fair effort. It's long. Thoughts?
It's interesting, I won't lie.
No, Belle Sinclair is a sicko, right?
Right. He's not all there.
Halfway through, huh? Has he dined with the dead?
Yeah. Who was it? His school teacher, I think. He dug up her body 2 days after she died, and then dressed her in his mother's Sunday best.
Yeah. Took the corpse out for Italian? I can imagine the waiter's reaction. Ah, classic.
Koichiro seems to really enjoy what saying about the book. The story is definitely interesting, but the way he's laughing at it makes me a little worried. Again, the guy works in a morgue, so maybe the scenario is just comical.
Oh, that's it there.
It takes a sec to realize what he's pointing at. Sure enough, the book in question is sticking out the top of my bag.
Pass it here. I want to show you a funny passage.
I nod and reach for the book. I pour the massive chunk from my handbag with a fair amount of effort. The book comes free, but it snags out the back zipper and causes some of the contents to fly out. Few push-up belongings fall to the floor with a clatter. I notice my lipstick, lip gloss, notepad, and pen hit the cafe tile of the floor. Koichiro comes to one of my side of the table and helps me pick up things. Pauses when his hands grapple with another book that has the body in each
False photography? What's this?
I quickly reach for the book and try to snatch it from my grasp.
It's nothing.
Koichiro's quick and he instantly avoids my desperate grab. He puts the book in the loft and continues reading the cover.
English? A comprehensive history
Oh,
of
no.
photo manipulation.
He's gonna put it together. Turns to his seat and flips through the page as I finish picking my blank, so I bow my head suddenly with judgment.
No. You can read this?
Only a little.
Oh, this is tough. My English isn't good. Thought it was French at first. Huh. These images.
Koichiro suddenly snaps the book closed and looks at me.
Figured it out.
I brush my chin for a significant accusation.
Corpse girl fakes the photos. The photos aren't from the future. Like that was ever possible. Photo is fake. Timestamp is fake.
It's correct, but will he go back to assuming that I'm Corpse Girl?
Hey, why do you have this book? Are you editing photos?
I mean, I have an interest in it, but that's all.
This book is old. Doubt the techniques are useful anymore. Still, it's interesting. My theory. Thoughts?
About Corpse Girl faking the photos?
Bingo.
I don't know. Sure, it's possible. But can anyone fake a photo so realistically?
Realistically? Do you know her photos are realistic?
Take a quick last night back with an intro.
You sent me that copy of Eiichi Hanada's corpse photo. The one Corpse Girl apparently produced.
True.
It was good, right? Pretty convincing.
Very convincing. Is photo manipulation that good?
I suppose if someone skilled enough was doing it.
If it's not photo manipulation, then one more theory.
What is it?
Maybe the subject in the photo is a corpse.
I'm confused. Of course it's a corpse. What's your point?
Sorry, hear me out. It's a photo of a real corpse. Just not the victim's corpse. Corpse Girl acquires a real corpse, dresses it up, just like in Strange Flower. She makes it look like the Vic. It's convincing because it's real. No photo manipulation.
Huh, I see.
Immediately, my mind starts to kick and try to get Kutro has unknowingly presented me with an unprecedented idea. What Kutro does get real corpses? What if she dresses them up, wounds them, and makes them look like a cartoon copy of them? Then she has a photography session to capture the magic. Realism would be amazing. It would be way more convincing than manipulating a photo, even though I've become pretty good at that. It would be the next step in realism. It's sure to convince victims to kill themselves. If Corpse Girl's victims can be relied upon to kill themselves, then I don't have to continue to question the cause of death. So is that how she does it? Eventually? Like, she got a what looked like when that one girl at the beginning guy that what looked like it was who? So is it she just gets an actual corpse and then maybe Kutro is able to take it to him or something? I don't know. So many questions, so many answers. Everyone needs to worry about whether some mysterious third parties running around slaying the people on Corpse behalf. All of our deaths would be caused by suicide. It would be predictable, considering the victims would simply be a matter of fortune and convincing enough Corpse replica. But the legwork involved in acquiring a corpse would be tits. Interesting, right in front of me with a smudge of chocolate cake on the shin and an empty coffee cup pushing slips.
Say, hypothetically, would it be easy for Corpse Girl to even have access to dead bodies? Legal ramifications aside, could she possibly have a source of cadavers to desecrate at will?
Yeah, it's not impossible. Take someone like me. I have the morgue. I'm there alone, mostly. Someone like Corpse Girl makes me an offer. I'd give away spare corpses, no problem. Of course, I could get busted. It's not about losing my job. I'm not going to prison. The price would have to be right. But that's just me. Employees in other morgues, well, can't speak for them.
Interesting. So you would willingly work with Corpse Girl if the price was right?
Yeah, I've said it before. Big fan. I support her work. It's fascinating. If she really is using cadavers to make photos, then, well, I'm offended she didn't come to me for help.
This is amazing. I never imagined this meeting could be so lucrative. If you want to get my hands on all the questions I've ever needed, I can just ask him here now. While my sleep breathing heavily, I notice that my cheeks are warm and my head feels slightly eerie. All comes down to whether or not I really want to step up my game. Radiant's well, the trained woman, my latest victim, doesn't seem to have given up the ghost. Maybe I'm being impatient, or maybe my work just isn't as convincing and powerful as I wanted to be. Then, there are the kisses of the previous victims. Akane Tsukumaki killed herself, there's no doubt about it. But Eiichi Hanada, it's highly impossible his car wreck truly was an accidental. I may not have had a hand in that after all. Really hard to know. My first ever conquest. The concept of death still eludes me. There's no way she could have killed herself if the precision of body was discovered in. She's the whole reason I started suspecting someone else's involvement in the first place after all. So there's one definite suicide, one potential murder, and one death that was an accident. A travel collision that happened to collide with the day I wanted the victim to die. Statistically, there's no way to know how Cusco's power actually works. It's almost like devs or cars that win them, and probably in the countless failures I've counted over the past year, well, my success rate isn't very impressive. If I could truly compare victims to simply kill themselves, then it would take the guesswork out of the whole thing, that's for sure. With culture's help, I could acquire cadavers and make them look like victims. That work would be completely different to photo manipulation. There would be a goal involved, no doubt about it, and I'll take it as steady hand. So makeup, artistry, and access to clothing props. Just lighting setting on backdrops, just wanting to take an image from the database of deceased and have a corpse splattered on the pavement ready to go. It's an entirely different thing to have to drag a body out of more complaining position and take photos of it. It would be a lot to consider, it's not a decision I can make lightly. On top of that, I don't have the courage right now to ask Culture straight up for his help. But if I do go for it, I'm always positive it will lend a massive amount of credibility to Culture's mission. The extraordinary relation will pave the road ahead of me with blood.
Yo, finished your coffee?
Oh,
I quickly take a sip and drink in a
that
cup.
was delicious. Thank you for treating me.
Very welcome. Shall we head off?
Yes, let's.
Any plans for the night?
Yes, sorry I can't hang out longer.
No problem. I had fun.
Culture stands up and Culture's wallet. He leaves a few bills on the table and steps forward. I step to and playing my best hand. I quickly lean forward and play a soft kiss on the cheek. It was surprisingly difficult thanks to his height, and I don't think I pulled it off as gracefully as I had planned.
Thank you for the date. Will I see you again?
I gave him my best alone look as I bat my eyelids allegedly.
Yeah, of course.
He slowly washed his cheek with tiny fingers, amazed that I just kissed him.
Bye-bye now.
I spin and make a beeline for the exit. She can be really adorable if she wants to be. I hold my trimmer legs so between me as I step out of the pavement outside. So as in my nature tries to do something for my benefit, so much that my attempt at it has left me feeling rather queasy. I don't know if I put it off, but now I've left the cafe, I can't look back to see what effect I had on Country, if any. I crossed the road and shivered down my spine. I hope I'm prepared for what I'm getting myself into. Okay.